I wish to assert here through the research that I've been able to do vicariously through Mr. Philip Berg, an attorney out of Pennsylvania, I believe, Mr. Leo C. Donofrio, also an attorney out of New Jersey, and the information that has been compiled in the brief submitted by those two men before the Supreme Court of the United States of America, and also the brief that has been filed with the State Supreme Court in California by Dr. Alan Keyes and Dr. Wiley S. Drake, I have been able to determine without a doubt that Mr. Barack Hussein Obama is an illegal alien. Now, a number of you are very concerned that having two cases that are already docketed now to be heard in the Supreme Court regarding Mr. Barack Hussein Obama's eligibility to serve as president, yet the no news media has made mention of it, and I'm sure you're very concerned. They are all aware of it, as you are very much aware, but they've not brought it to the news, and there's several, to the public's attention. There's several reasons why. The reason why they have not brought this matter forward is that the media, the Congress, the Democratic National Party, the Republican National Party, and others of our leaders in America are all either legally or spiritually involved in this mess, and mess is the best description that my language will allow me to describe, that is happening now with this illegal alien that has made his way through the U.S. Senate and up to the electoral process of the President of the United States. The media and all parties concerned, the Congress, the Senate, and others are very much aware of just how deep this is. This is not just a small matter of him not having a birth certificate or being a natural born citizen and therefore disqualified to serve as a U.S. president. This is a matter of a man that is an illegal alien and who has snaked his way through, has garnered the participation both legally and spiritually of many high and notable leaders within our political, religious, and media community. And they are now all legally and spiritually involved in what is the biggest fraud that has ever hit the American or any other world's government. This fraud, this man, this illegal alien, and how he has duped, used, stooped every aspect of what ought to be the honorable part of our government, has played a part, and they're all guilty. So you very well will not hear them saying anything at present. More specifically, news people who are not complicit to this guilt or this illegal alien snaking his way through the Senate and up to the level where he is at present are afraid of bringing this matter before the public, that it might indeed cause a internal panic within our structure and a breakdown of the way we are able to function as a government, because there are so many governmental officials that are tied in to this mess that everyone would be suspect. Our government would grind to an absolute halt. Obama knows this, and he's playing it to the hilt. He is praying that because so many other people are complicit and are guilty with getting him to where he is, they have played a part either in negligence, they've been involved either in forgery or outright lies to bring him to the level at where he's at present. That, and the media, of course, is very much involved in this as well. That would, bringing this matter, announcing this matter before the public at present, could and would cause our government to grind to a halt. People would lose all faith in the political system, and therefore we have got ourselves one wang dang doodle of a criminal, fraudulent escapade going on in our nation like no other nation has had before, with Mr. Barack Hussein Obama. And so that being the case, not only do we have the fear of our government grinding to a halt, Therefore, everybody is holding their breath, crossing their fingers, and not reporting, and praying that the Supreme Court will also become complicit in this constitutional, this legal felonious matter that has been snaking its way through the American political scene over the last 10 years. There is also, coupled with this, the foundation of slavery upon which this nation began its trek towards greatness. And because slaves were used when the American settlers brought slaves here, they did not realize that they were as deficient in terms of their own leadership strengths and skills as they are. At the end of slavery in 1865, and the slaves were given an opportunity to begin to build their lives, they were able to build a great society of schools and churches and institutions of business and commerce and media like no other period in African American or black history here in America. And they were able to do so because many of these released slaves had learned from their masters how to run banks, how to operate media, how to operate commerce, and how to be politicians. And so the first 30 to 50 years after slavery up through the industrial age, the African American black people soared. They have now fallen into disarray. And because they have fallen so far with so many other efforts such as the Great Society, many of the New Deal society efforts by Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the Civil Rights Movement, etc., that blacks have become worse as a people. If Obama is stripped and brought out and a yellow streak put down his back for being the coward, the liar, the felonious politician that he is, that it would further destroy and already destroyed people, leaving them absolutely no recourse. These are all the things that are going on in terms of what can be and should be or will be a social collapse of biblical proportions should it be found the truth that Barack Hussein Obama is indeed an illegal alien. Be sure to send this particular YouTube posting to everybody that lives. And if they've got a computer system, your friends, your enemies, send it to businesses, send it to media, send it to politicians, send this to everybody who lives. And then go to atla.org and view the 40-minute presentation on Obama is an illegal citizen. We are in one great, big, historical, political, felonious mess. There's no doubt about it. There's just no doubt about it. Where do we go from here? Well, God has given the answer.
Obama is a radical communist, and I think it's becoming clear. That's what I told people in Illinois, and now everybody realizes it's true. He is going to destroy this country, and we're either going to stop him, or the United States of America is going to cease to exist.
So what does tonight mean when President Obama is President of the United States?
Is he President of the United States? According to the Constitution, in order to be eligible for President, you have to be a natural-born citizen. He has refused to provide proof that he is, in fact, a natural-born citizen. And his Kenyan relations say that he was born in Nairobi at a time when his mother was too young to transmit U.S. citizenship. So I'm not even sure he's President of the United States. No, that's not a laughing matter. Neither are many of our military people now who are going to court to ask the question, do we have to obey a man who is not qualified under the Constitution? We're in the midst of the greatest crisis this nation has ever seen. And if we don't stop laughing about it and deal with it, we're going to find ourselves in the midst of chaos, confusion, and civil war. It's time we started acting like grown-ups.
How could the policy that President Obama makes in the next couple of years affect activities like tonight?
Sorry, the person you call President Obama, and I frankly refuse to call him that.
Right.
At the moment, he is somebody who is kind of an alleged usurper, who is alleged to be someone who is occupying that office without constitutional warrant to do so. And he's rushing forward with ideas like destroying our borders, an amnesty bill that will actually have the American taxpayer footing the bill for illegals to come to this country to live, to get housing, and to get everything they want. He is also somebody who has just announced a program that would essentially destroy the validity of existing mortgages and encourage everybody in the country to stop paying their mortgage because the government is going to pay it instead. This is insanity. It's as if we have put insane children and adolescents in charge of our government. And I think we need to ask simple questions. A couple of years ago, we were arguing over every penny in the United States budget, and it was quite clear we didn't have enough money to go around. Well, somebody asked me where we came up with $2 trillion in the course of the last 6 months. Did we wish for it out of the air? Have people gone mad in this country? You don't have that money. We are claiming that a bankrupt government can save a bankrupt banking system. Explain to me how that happens, because I think that's impossible. And the fact that we have just elected an individual who may or may not be qualified, and he presents silly ideas like this and says, let's move forward now, and we're all acting like the laws of economics have been repealed, and we can actually afford to foot the bill with money nobody's got. This is insane. It's got to lead to the collapse of our economy, and it's going to.